I have to leave you. Don't know how, 'cause it feels so right. It's just you. I have to break through. But I don't know you will win the fight. So close, I'm down inside of me. So close, you know there's no release.
Retard.
And welcome everybody here. After 14 weeks, it all comes down to this, the championship race here in the Vigilante Racing League at Michigan. And boy, this season has been full of nothing but the best racing action around. And are we in for a good one here today? I am Alan Brown, and I am joined in the booth by Mr. Alan English. Alan, how you doing tonight, man?
Great, man. We're looking for an exciting race here at Michigan. It's 2 miles long. It's 100 laps. That's 200 miles, folks. This is going to be a long race. A great bookend to the end of this season. It's been a great season. These guys here at Vigilante Racing League really know how to put on a good show. And we're going to see probably some aggressive action out there today. It's still pretty close in the points between a few of the drivers, so definitely looking forward to that.
Yes, and down there on pit road, we're lucky enough to be in the midst of a winner here in the trucks at Michigan, and that's Mr. Adam Turner. Adam, how you doing tonight, brother?
I'm a champion. Basically, that's the best that ever was. Yeah, man, I've won here, and so I actually have a little bit of input on Michigan. I love Michigan. You know, I just want to talk about English, the Louisiana school system with 200 laps. It's a 2-mile track and at 200 miles, and so 100 times 2, that's 200. You did a great job.
Oh, thanks, man. I didn't even need a big calculator for that.
You didn't use your slide rule on that.
Yeah.
But the track is super hot. I don't understand, but it is like 115 degrees, so that's going to be a little slippery. 2 fast repairs. There's a 13x incident limit, 70% fuel, and like English said, 100 laps, 200 miles. I think we're in for a heck of a showdown for the finale of Vigilante Racing League. Should be fun.
Yeah, that we are, as we take a look at today's race info. And like you said, man, that track is cooking, almost fry an egg out there tonight. So these trucks are going to have a little bit of an issue slipping and sliding out there, as all the other weather aspects look pretty good. Definitely does not feel like December out there in that virtual world, but that's also going to bring us down to that key to the race, and this is it. After this race, there's no more races coming up for this season. You got to lay it all out there on the line. I mean, we're going to see maybe some of these guys that typically are a little bit more patient, definitely trying to improve upon their position. Because, I mean, not only that, you're trying to get your name out there for next season.
Yeah, I mean, well, not only that, even if you're in last place here, there's money to be had tonight. You can win this thing. This is I like to call it a little technical track. Both ends are totally different. And you got to get a little practice in here to be a champion like me at a racetrack like this. And we watched a little bit of it last night. And what do y'all think, English? What do you think about this track?
Yeah, watching the HCK Beagles League last night, another truck series just like this one ran it. And we had a few cautions there, and we had some late pit strategy going on. So these guys are running 70% fuel tonight, so expect to see a few pit stops. And if they can keep it clean, if they can get spread out and keep it clean here, we may see some green flags stopping tonight.
Yeah, that is something that can most definitely happen. As we also have to say a big thank you, as always, to our race sponsor here for the entire season, been right around here with us. That's Mr. Ricky Wittenberg with D&D Race Graphics. Go check him out and get you a truck painted by him, because, man, his designs are top-notch, A-plus quality, as well as that Keller William of Johnson City, Tennessee. Definitely, if you need a realtor in that Tennessee area or across the country, give Ricky a call, because he can help you out in more ways than just by selling you a home, man. And you definitely don't want to be doing that alone. Get yourself a great realtor. So go ahead and call Ricky there at 423-444-0454.
Yeah, and Ricky sponsors a lot of stuff, but he's also sponsors the number 84 Josh Bittner. Got a cool looking truck tonight with a dog with a Santa hat on it. Looks pretty awesome. Keller Williams.
Speaking of Josh Bittner, he says on YouTube, thanks everyone for watching. Hope we can put on another good show tonight.
As believe they're starting to get into their little bit of a driver meeting going on before they separate into their separate teams. Just waiting on qualifying to start up here, and just kind of looking at all these practice times and everything. We're seeing a lot of names that run fairly well, but we don't see up there at the top. Right now Ricky Wittenberg's sitting in that top seat. But Josh Oxendine and Justin Hutchinson are doing a great job here tonight. Rob Green and that 91 truck's up there. So, as much as we like to see who the race season champion's going to be, I think we're going to also maybe see a first-time winner here tonight.
That'd be something else if we had a first-time winner at the championship race. That'd be something to see out there. And Ryan Wilford, he's saying he hopes it's a demolition derby. I don't know about that. No. Chan the man saying let's finish this season off with a bang.
Yeah, I don't know about a demolition derby. I don't even know if anybody's going to fight. I mean, honestly, I'm just going to play it real easy tonight and just watch what happens and try to, pay attention. Hopefully next season we'll get a little better at our job here. We're learning too at AAA broadcast, but we love this league. It's a lot of fun.
Albert Anderson II, Albert Anderson Jr. on Facebook, pulling for his son, Albert Anderson III, in that 12 machine. Andrew Hansley saying hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us, Andrew. And Russell Endicott on there, pulling for Tenderfoot also in that number 12.
Well, now that you're talking about everybody, let everybody know we do what is it, a super fan of the race?
Oh, yeah.
Win tonight, you get put in a drawing. I think the drawing may even be tonight for all the previous winners, and you win a $50 gift card. So that's something cool. Stay engaged with us. Comment, like, post, share with your friends. Talk about how great AAA broadcasting is and Vigilante Racing League is as well. Obviously, they're awesome. We're not as awesome, but yeah, share with your friends, and man, maybe you could win $50.
Yeah, so definitely stick around till the end. I know the interviews are going to go a little bit longer tonight, and so it's going to be a little bit of a longer ride, but you don't want to miss out on that, because who knows, you could be the super fan of the season.
Also, thanks Julio Castillo, also on Facebook. Pulling for Albert in the 12. Albert Anderson Nation out there tonight.
Well, that's America's driver, so he's going to have to pull the people with him. And he should probably run for mayor wherever whatever little town he's living in right now. Yeah.
As we take a ride around here, this kind of bumpy track at Michigan with your current points leader. That's that 728 of Mr. Timothy Pope. And man, he is in a very good position here to walk away the season champ. I mean, if you're Pope, I think this race is all going to be about just surviving and not having too big of an issue here.
Yeah, I mean, mathematically, I mean, if he doesn't fall out the first 5 laps, shouldn't he be crowned the champion of the Vigilante Racing League, or is there something else that could happen to knock him out?
I don't think right now, seeing the number of drivers we have out here, there's going to be enough separation, even if Jeremiah Burke wins the race and I'm sorry, I'm blanking out.
You got the Omicron. I don't know what. You hadn't been the same for like 2 days.
Timothy Pope, if he DNFs and finishes last, I don't think there's enough separation distance. We don't have the car count to separate them in points, I don't believe. But we're still hoping everybody sticks around and watches an exciting race, because it's definitely going to be that if last night's race that we saw here was any indication.
Yeah, that is for certain. But I mean, there's more than one payout position here for that end of season thing. So you also can see here as we look at the current standings, the difference between second and third. Man, that is just 1 point between Jeremiah Burke and Josh Bittner. So, I mean, that has yet to be decided here. And I mean, unfortunately, I think Alex Forget Berube there in fifth is just a little too far to make up that much ground. And we got word that Trevor Robertson isn't feeling well tonight, so he is out. So, unfortunately, Trevor, we're sorry to hear that you're sick. Get well soon there, buddy. And you had a pretty solid season here. Can't wait to see you come back and race with us for the next one.
Andrew Hansley on Facebook saying, "Can't wait for tonight's race. This is my first time watching these guys." He, of course, is one of the HCK Beagles racers that we saw last night.
Oh, he's going to love it, and we'll get into it during the race, but these two leagues are going to have a shootout, battle royale, fight, if you will. It's going to be awesome, probably in January. They're working out the details. But these leagues, I mean, I would call them, they could be sister leagues. They're very identical, and I love working with both of them. And these trucks they're just so fun to watch, too. It really makes for good racing here.
These trucks definitely a blast no matter where they go. And this league here takes them just about everywhere.
Yeah, no, they get to do
ocean,
a little bit of everything. And do y'all want to hear how to win here? Because I told you last night how to win.
Go ahead, man. Let us know.
3 and 4, you're going to push up the track. The more tires, the more wear you have on your tires, especially with this heat. It's going to be a little different than last night. But that's where you make your money. I think in 3 and 4 you can make up ground. But coming out into 2 and out of 2, it is dicey. It gets real tricky. It tightens up on the backstretch, and you're going to have to be very careful back there. Well, I think everything I said last night came true. I'm pretty much like, well, Johnny Carson, what was that part he played? Where he was the wizard. He always knew everything. Yeah, Karnak, that's me tonight at Michigan.
I don't know how I remember that.
Most people here probably don't even know what I'm talking about.
I don't remember what I had for lunch.
I bet it was a pizza joint.
No, not today. I think it's a little expensive.
Dad, you're not kidding. As qualifying has finished up, had a few people that had EOL do not qualify penalties, so some big names going to be starting kind of towards the back of the pack here tonight. But let's go ahead and do our complete grid rundown here for the start of this race. That 728 of Timothy Pope hanging out there in that top spot, winning pole position once again, followed by that 753 of Jeremiah Burke. Definitely a great job from him to try to stay in front of Josh Bittner there. The 33 of Jess Vaught also had a great qualifying time there, starting here in third, with America's driver Albert Anderson starting here in fourth. In fifth, we got the 020 of Simon the Cobra Regis, with Dave Mayberry starting right outside of him in sixth. You got the 07 of Jack the Ripper Dixon starting in seventh, with the 63 of Josh Oxendine here eighth. Mike Adamson will be starting here in ninth, with Russ Kilgore in that 7 truck rounding out that top 10.
Yeah, the Keller Williams machine of Josh Bittner, the 84 truck, starting in 11th. Alex Forget Berube in the 19 truck, starting 12th. Jonathan Osborne, that 81 machine, starting 13th. Zach Wheeler in the 20 truck, starting 14th. The 91 truck of Rob Green, starting 15th. George Rincon, starting 16th place in that 28 truck. Michael Everidge, starting 17th in the 82 machine. 999 of Jeff Snyder, starting 18th. 01 of Kelly Keel, starting 19th. And the 17 of Brian Jablonski rounds out your top 20.
21, we have 55, Ricky Wittenberg. And 22nd, we got the 21 of Justin Hutchinson. 23rd, the number 14, John Herdzik. 24th, 88 of Eric Klafka. I think we're going to see him move up quite a bit. 25th is Jeff Green, number 15. And rounding it out tonight, looks like Austin Paul in the 3 machine in 26. I know he's got a big fan base too, so it's gonna be fun.
Chan the man pulling for Austin out there, saying he's running a throwback scheme tonight.
As these guys leave the pit lane for the first time here tonight to get all stacked up and ready to go racing here. 100 laps separates us from the end of a season and crowning a official champion here tonight. And boy, it's in the air. I really couldn't actually sleep today as I got home from work because I was so excited for this one, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast, man.
I took a nap. I was sleeping like a baby at about 3 o'clock. But I was just priming myself for this. I knew it was coming, and I was ready. Last night was a little appetizer, and tonight's the main dish.
Yeah, Ryan Wilford saying he thinks Ox is going to win it tonight in that 63 truck. He's definitely overdue. And Ashley Osborne pulling for her brother John in the 81 truck.
As these
Yeah, I think
guys.
we're going to go, they extended it a lap, didn't they?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, that they did. So
I was waiting to see, too.
waiting to take to this green flag, just getting everybody all stacked up and ready to go, get this party started the right way. And man, it's words really don't describe what ends of a season feels like. It's kind of sad because you kind of want to see these guys continue to race on, but at the same time, you're like, man, they've put on a heck of a show, and this is what all that effort that they put in. I mean, 15 weeks is a long, long time.
It is, and it's a grueling thing to schedule. To show up every Wednesday and commit yourself to, not just to race for a couple hours, but the practice time you got to put in to prepare for these races and stuff. It's these guys put some time in, so they're going to enjoy their break, I think, for a few weeks and just prepare for next season.
Yeah, they'll be itching to go, though, throwing up some practice stuff, I'm sure. It's a hobby, I mean, and it's a pastime, it's a camaraderie with the guys and gals of this league, and I know they're a very tight-knit group, and not too many fights. Hopefully we'll see one tonight just for fun. That's my hope, anyway.
Just for fun, as you say.
Yeah, like a season finale. You know how you fight everyone at Christmas, all your family members and stuff? We fight them in the yard. Anyway, let's start this thing.
As that pace truck makes the dive down into pit road, Timothy Pope, Jeremiah Burke, side by side as the green flag waves down and across the line. Here we go, racing here at Michigan as they were 3 wide kind of towards the back. I think this field got stacked up a little bit, but Timothy Pope in that 728 getting a great restart there. The 33 of Jess Vought's going to be able to follow him right on through and around the 020 of Simon the Cobra Regis. So Tim Pope and Jess Vaught nose to tail. You also got that 753 of Jeremiah Burke right there as well. Man, that is a very colorful car out of that 753 here tonight.
Looks like Mardi Gras colors. You got the 63 of Oxidine doing what we saw a lot of guys do last night. 84 is doing as well, keeping on that low line, trying to pick up a few track positions while you still got some right front tire on that thing.
Yeah, and this is the point where you should just kind of feel out the track and the temperature of the track and your neighbor. I wouldn't get too crazy. We got 100 laps here, so it is technical, and the track changes as the day wears on, as your tires wear on. So it's a lot of adjustments you have to make while in the cockpit of these trucks.
As the 020 of Simon is having a great run here, getting out in front, and he's now going to get kind of crossed over and maybe a freight train just a little bit here now that we've got a couple laps in the books, and this one has officially been underway. You got Jeremiah Burke still hanging out up there. The 12 of Albert Anderson still hanging around up there. And, I mean, really, we're not seeing a heck of a lot of separation between first and call it 10th to 11th.
Yeah, everybody's still staying pretty competitive up there. Not really wanting to give up any track position early. They got some good heat in them tires now, fixing to start their 4th lap. So the grip's coming to them.
Yeah, they're right in the groove for probably another, I don't know, 8 laps or so, and then you're going to start seeing pretty good fall off, especially with the heat. And that's where it could get tricky. You know, like I said, coming out of turn 2, and then 3 and 4, the whole turn is just a wide, sweeping turn where you can, if you go in too hot or whatever, you're going to push that thing up the track and take people out.
Black Flag Racer joining us on YouTube. Saying the outside line saves the most tire, and you'll fly when you're coming off a 2. We have seen that. We have seen that outside line make up a lot of ground coming out of 2 and going down the backstretch. Russ Jablonski saying, let's go lap traffic racing team.
So we're now here on lap 5. Man, that 753, excuse me, of Jeremiah Burke has been side by side with Tim Pope for a little bit here, getting a little bit of a push from teammate, the 12 of Albert Anderson, who kind of had a great run there just a lap ago. Problem was they were too wide in front of him, and he kind of had to slow up on that momentum and wasn't able to continue that charge. But, man, he is definitely helping his teammate out here right up in the front.
Yeah, and he's got Anderson Nation out there. Madison's on. Russ Endicott's on. His pop, Albert, is on. He's got a big cheering section out there today. Also, Peyton McGowan joining us on YouTube, pulling for Josh Bittner, of course. Bring it home, Josh. Bring it home.
As these guys are still nose to tail, a gigantic wad up here at the front. As we take a look here at that 84 of Josh Bittner, currently riding around in 10th. And just to put an example how close they are, I know you guys can see it, but the difference between 1st and 10th right now is just about half a second.
Yeah. Super conservative racing so far, and I think some of that may be due to the fact they have 13x limit. If you get over 13x, you are disqualified. So that has a little bit to do with maybe how they're kind of working their way into this thing kind of slowly. And there's 100 laps. I mean, there's a long way to go.
As Jeremiah Burke, with the help of that 12, able to hang on out in front. Jess Vaught still kind of sitting there, nose to tail. As we got a little bit of movement there from that 63 of Josh Oxendine. Maybe starting to feel those tires slip and slide a little bit on that hot racing surface.
Well, that, and if you get too close to that apron, if you get your, I won't say too close to it, if you get your tires on that apron, and you really don't want to do that in these turns, if you kind of send your rear end around, and next thing you know, you'll be sliding up into traffic and maybe that outside wall. A lot of care being shown early by these drivers, giving each other plenty of room. Nothing too crazy aggressive or anything yet. They know it's a long race.
They do, but I'm telling you, we've been doing this a long time and racing ourselves. Somebody is going to get impatient, and it's going to cause some kind of incident, right? I mean, these guys are naturally want to be up front. You know, it's a competitive spirit. They want to be up front, so eventually somebody here is going to make a move that's going to put some people in some danger. So we'll see at what point that happens.
As we're live here in the cockpit of the 19 of Alex Forget Berube, he's definitely one to watch. He's currently sitting there in 11th, but we've seen him have great runs at tracks like Auto Club out there in California. And this, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this track runs a little bit like that. So expect him to maybe make a late push. We know he is definitely good on those older sets of tires. So as this run kind of continues to move along, and before we get to those pit stops, I have a feeling he's going to make up a few spots.
Yeah, tire management, he knows how to do it, that's for sure. I'm trying to see the 3's paint job.
It's a Toyota throwback. It's pretty cool.
Chan the man saying he thinks it looks like an old Junior Johnson.
Ooh, Forget Berube got a little into it with someone there and just slightly turned him. No harm, no foul, though. They keep moving along.
That is not hard to do. We've seen that. Just the slightest contact on that, especially on the left rear corner there of these trucks, can really upset the grip.
Oh, and here comes the 82 of Mike Everidge, pushing it 3 wide just a little bit. Oh boy, that got tight there with the 20 of Zach Wheeler getting kind of squeezed up into that wall just a little bit, able to hang on to it and keep that momentum up and running. But yeah, that 82 of Mike Everidge, he just had this super mega run, chose to like send it up that inside as everyone's kind of scattering around up here at the front as the 12 of Albert Anderson was in the wall.
Oh man, looks like he had an issue. He just lost a ton of positions.
Yeah, and I think I see someone else hitting the wall there. I think tire wear is coming into play really quickly with this heat on the track, as hot as it is out there.
As we're 3 wide here with the 07 of Jack Dixon, the 12 of Albert Anderson, and the 19 of Alex Forget Berube. And I mean, we're almost 3 wide in front of them, as well as you got the 7 of Russ Kilgore up there. You got Josh Bittner right there. You got Jeremiah Burke right there. So we got a whole crew of people going on as the 33 of Just Vaught takes the lead for the first time here tonight.
Yeah, Just got a win on the season. Oh, he's got a couple of wins, doesn't he?
No, just the one.
Just the one? Okay. He's trying to finish this strong, though. Coming out leading some laps in the championship race here at Michigan.
Yeah, cool paint scheme, too. With the Skull machine out there, trucking along.
Harry Gant, yeah.
A little modified version.
Or Ken Schrader. There's been a few guys in that truck.
Now, I know these trucks draft a lot, and we talk about it quite often, especially at tracks like this. Do you expect to see these guys still bunched up like they are now that we're 14 laps in?
I thought we'd get a little bit of separation. There's a lot of single file, especially high. But there still is some drafting stuff that goes on here. So these guys trying to take advantage of it and stay with the trucks in front of them. Nox Medusa is joining us again tonight on Twitch. And Angry Indian 89 saying, hey guys, appreciate y'all joining us tonight on Twitch.
Yeah, we're trying to get our Twitch stream going. I think we need more Twitch people. But we got people all across the world watching us on all these different platforms. I don't even know what the heck they are. There are just so many platforms you can put this thing on.
We have a viewer from Argentina.
Awesome.
Pulling for Albert Anderson.
Jeff Schneider, them 999, said he's coming down the pits. He's had enough. I think his tires are shot.
82 and the 19 kind of did a little door banging there. 19 getting the worst of it, I think. As he goes up, almost hits the outside wall, but luckily stays off it.
That's the 01 of Kelly Keel, currently up 5 spots right now. Trying to make up a little bit more ground as he tries to inch his way up towards that top 10. Kelly, one of those guys, had a great run last week at Daytona. Just couldn't quite get the result that he wanted. But, as of the last few weeks, I know kind of early on and through the middle portion of the season, Kelly had a really rough go of it. But definitely trying to make up some ground and kind of just showing his mettle out here today.
He shouldn't have any problems. He's displayed his racing simulator rig on Discord channel. I mean, it's amazing. It looks like he should be winning every race with that thing.
So that's the great thing about this hobby is you can put as little or as much, investment into it as you want. You can't buy talent though, and I guarantee you the 01 had talent before he got a fancy rig. So
It just helps, you know. It does help to.
Ooh, as Dave Mayberry is around on the track.
Uh-oh. Will we stay green here, though?
Yeah, I think it's a single car thing. So let's take a quick look back, see what happened to the 29 here. Just coming down right onto the 14 and getting spun across the track. Thankfully, all his pirouettes kept him up towards the wall. Everyone's able to get by, so I think we're going to be staying green here. But kind of unfortunate there for Mr. Hot Rod.
Yeah, this is. iRacing doesn't throw the cautions here. We have an admin caution, and that was probably the right call. Obviously, right there. Keep racing. Didn't really harm anybody else. Keep clicking those laps off. We're almost 20 laps. What is that? I'm not good with math.
1/5 of the way. 1/5 of the way.
Look at
Once
the
we have 20 complete.
Big brains on English, man. This guy is country dumb.
Whoa, 82's around. He saves it. What a drifting job by the 82. Sounds like the 12 of Albert Anderson might have gotten into him, taking responsibility on the radio. That made the 28 check up pretty hard.
That it did. I know the 82 of Mike Everidge, I think kind of came into the league just a little bit late and kind of started off pretty well. Oh, as the 82 goes around again, trying to save it again, and he does. Good gracious, man. That guy is saving machine.
Yeah, I think tires. I hear everybody. Albert's coming in, America's driver. I think they've had enough. Getting too slippery.
20 laps is it, huh?
It might be.
He's got plenty of fuel here.
It's that track temp, well over 100-degree track temp. So normally we don't see weather that hot, but man, that's definitely taken a play here, as you kind of said there, Adam Turner, because it's definitely showing. You're seeing a lot of little mistakes that we see from some of these guys that we don't normally see them make.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, and I would contribute that to the temperature. Like last night, we saw some other issues, but the temperature, the track was not slippery at all. So it's quite a bit of difference. The 40-degree track temp can kind of eat your tires up even worse at a meat grinder like this.
Black Flag Racer saying he's pulling for old Ox to bring the checkered home. Another fan out there pulling for the 63 machine.
And these guys have such a good following. Each team member, each racer, they all have different people commenting. We love to hear your comments. You can win money to comment here. Really cool.
As the 7 of Russ Kilgore, man, talk about a bad luck of a season. Finally got a pretty good result last week. Just finishing a nose outside of a win. Looking here to the inside of Jess Vaught, trying to take over second place as we're starting to run into a little bit of traffic, but those trucks coming out of the pits in front of them, man, they're gonna go flying all the way back around to try to catch back up and get back onto that lead lap.
Knox Medusa pulling for the 728 machine out there. We appreciate Knox Medusa on pulling for our champion in waiting, it would seem, of Timothy Pope. He's out there trying to pick up another win.
Yeah, we got to talk to Russ Kilgore the other day, and I think his whole season was pretty much summed up. I don't know where we were, Daytona, where he went about 300 yards into the air. That was pretty amazing. He had a good laugh about it.
Here comes the leader.
Yep, everybody's coming down. We're getting that cycle going.
As the 84 of Josh Bittner has apparently saved quite a few tires because he's staying out and was in the middle of making a pass there on Jess Vaught. So Jess Vaught coming down is We passed that very smoky pit road. I think these guys are definitely doing a pretty good job of coming down and getting into pit road pretty easily, because this is not an easy track to do so.
These guys put in a lot of practice. I know that for sure. So I see a couple of different strategies going on. A lot of people look like they're on the 3-pit strategy. Only a small handful of trucks are looking like they're going to be on the 4-stop strategy. But hey, if we start having caution, that's going to go out the window.
As Bittner and Alex Forget-Berube now come down pit road. Let's see if George Rincon in that 28, yes, he will come down pit road. That will, I believe, complete the cycle from everybody apart from our race admin, who is always doing a wonderful job. That's Miss Lori Vaught. Races in the 007 truck, even though doesn't actually physically drive. And man, there's been some times where Lori's gotten a better finishing position than some of these guys.
Yeah, we won't name names.
Angry Indian on Twitch saying Louisiana is cool. Thank you, sir.
Oh man, it is cool. I mean, if you like, nutria-rats and alligators and just mayhem in general, I mean, it's cool. Yeah, that's true. They got some great. Y'all have some good food down there. Talk about mayhem. We hadn't mentioned the Vigilante Racing Report on SoundCloud.
Oh, that's true.
You need to check that out if you haven't. And they really good insight into this league and who the races and who's racing, and really neat stories.
Yeah, and not to mention that, but it's like a very big behind the scenes now that Albert Anderson has kind of permanently joined the show, and he even added a little insight to stuff that we don't know. Like we were going back and forth last week at Daytona about an incident that he was involved in, and he came out and kind of corrected everybody, saying, "Hey, no, this is what was going on, and stuff happens."
It gives guys an opportunity to kind of clear the air too. I know sometimes they'll have a couple guys on that may have been, involved in an incident or two with each other, and they'll bring them on and let them talk it out. I think that's a great venue to do that type of thing. And check them out on SoundCloud. The Vigilante Report, they put it out every week. It usually comes out about Monday or so. They try to get it out early in the week, but it's they put out a great product over there.
Yeah, well, thinking about that, I had an epiphany. We need a fight channel in Discord, so when these guys get into it, we can bring them up and listen to their fight, And then we got to keep it PG-13 because we don't want any kind of FCC complaints.
Yeah.
Because that tends to happen sometimes when my mouth is involved. So
I'm glad you're back after your short suspension. And
it was a short-lived suspension. I owned up to my downfalls, and I'm gonna play it right down the middle.
Ryan Wilford on YouTube saying alligator's good food too. Gotta have some alligator tail.
Have you ever had the raccoon gumbo? No, I've had that. That's a little greasy for me.
No, my great aunt used to cook anything my uncles would bring her, and that was one of them. No, never had it. I've been coon hunting, but not for the meat,
For the sport with the dogs.
Yeah,
that's fun.
As
Good
we're
up here.
I know, as we're on lap 30, being led by Mike Adamson up here at the front, up 8 spots right now, slowly being reeled in by Jeremiah Burke in that 753, and he's got a whole crew of people coming up with him, like Timothy Pope and Jess Vaught, and man, Tim Pope has been all over that back bumper, kind of doing the old super speedway bump drafting going on.
Yeah, he's putting some pressure on. I laugh at Peyton McGowan's comment. She just put all there. She said, "Alligators think we're good food too."
That's actually true. That's why I don't like those things. Those are scary things when you see them lurking around in the water. But look at that race in there, Brown. Why is Pope even mixing it up? He could just ride around here and win this thing. He wants to win more money, doesn't he?
Oh man, I'll tell you what. I don't think it's about the money or anything like that. Tim Pope just likes to go out there and compete. He wants to show up to a track and be able to walk away, saying
behind him.
he was the best driver out there on the track that day. As you're right, we are 3 wide here with Josh Bittner. We got Jeremiah Burke and Zach Wheeler going 3 wide. It's the 7 of Russ Kilgore also kind of hanging on in there as well, trying to add his name up into that mix. As up here at the front, we got Jess Vaught trying to make a move here on Mike Adamson.
One car accident.
Yeah.
Russ Kilgore, the guy that spun out, said, "Hey, don't throw the yellow. I'm good. Y'all keep going." Yeah. That's sportsmanship right there.
It was. He must have just got a little back end action there and turned him around.
Oh, and here comes the 51 of Mike Adamson trying to answer Jess Vaught's little charge there. Almost making contact up there, but staying apart as he moves to the inside, trying to get back up into that lead as Timothy Pope sitting there just kind of lying in wait as Josh Bittner and Zach Wheeler now are working hard to catch back up onto these guys.
Mike Adamson, the silent assassin. He's got to be a little bit more quiet when sneaking up on these guys, I think. Yeah, Nox Medusa on Twitch saying, raccoon, huh? What does that taste like? And Angry Indian says it's greasy. Yeah, I've heard this stringy and greasy.
Yeah, he must have been listening to me because it is greasy. I have first-hand knowledge of this. It's it's not terrible. I mean, you can eat it, especially when you're hungry. I mean, why not, right? It doesn't give you the Omicron. It just gives you the full belly with a little bit of grease.
It's pronounced Comic-Con.
No, that's where they go to that's where the kids dress up as Spider-Man, and they go to like downtown New York and jump off of buildings and act a fool. Oh, that's what you're talking about.
I thought that was the flu variant thing.
No, that's the Chronicon. I don't know which one you're talking about.
Corona.
Yeah, well, are you talking about the one where they dress up as Batman and stuff?
Well, that's
are you talking about?
Comic-Con or something.
You're talking about the Shaka Khan, the new variant.
Shaka Khan.
The one that kind of like gives you the sniffles, and it's the winner of death and all that stuff. Have you heard about that?
Alan Brown's gonna fire us both. I'm telling you.
Well, he had to step away for a minute, so we're in charge here. Is this?
Oh, that's right.
Jess Vaught is still leading here, but I'd rather talk about the Chronicon or Onicon or whatever it is, because
Omnicrocticon.
The winner of death is. Are we getting a pass here? Looks like Jess Vaught's having a little battle here with Bittner.
Oh, Josh Bittner, that Keller Williams machine.
Man, he definitely knows what he's got to do, but man, it's maybe a little early. He does have. About to say.
What are you screaming about?
We had some cars back here around 11th place, just scatter. Half of them went down to the apron. Everybody's okay though. Sorry for yelling.
Ted Nugent might have shot something and run across the track. I mean, what the heck? Maybe a raccoon.
Sorry guys, I got excited there for a second. We're 3 wide back here for what, 9th? This is for 10th.
Yeah, you got the 3 of Austin Paul, who's definitely one of those guys that we don't see do too well, but definitely has the talent to improve upon where he's been finishing. He's trying to inch his way up through this leaderboard. Same thing with that 55 of Ricky Wittenberg. Don't sleep on that kind of purplish cloud-looking 55 truck there. He's up 11 into that top 10. But we saw him in practice. Man, he was quick.
Well, and Chan the man talking about Austin, talking about his wreck avoidance and stuff this year. And we saw it earlier with the 82 truck that he just barely missed. And Richard G joining us on YouTube saying, "What's up, fellas?"
Oh.
Who else? Matt Forns.
Oh.
Howdy, fellas.
Those are some real fans there. They follow us everywhere we go, whatever broadcast we do. So we'd like to thank them. We actually do have fans. Those 2 guys.
That's both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, we have 2. That's cool. We were talking about last night, HCK Beagles and the Vigilante Racing League. I think they've accepted a duel with one another.
They're trying to test interest, I think. But
I think there's a lot of interest. It'd be really cool battle between the two leagues. They're very much alike, run the same trucks, good people all the way around, and
they're going to have to hammer out track details and stuff. I think there may be some debate on that.
As the battle up here for the lead continues, Jess Vaught and Josh Bittner trading positions once again. So Jess to the lead, Josh there in second, and Timothy Pope, he is definitely showing a lot of patience. I think he understands now, especially after that first run, exactly how rough the tires are going to be here tonight, and is just kind of taking his time.
So your guys that are working on the four-stop strategy, it's lap 40 now. Are we going to see a couple of guys duck in here for tires in the next lap or two? Or do you think they're going to try to stretch it out and make it to halfway? I don't know if they'd abandoned their strategy already, but we haven't gotten a yellow yet, so they may indeed.
Well, we're also waiting on that competition yellow, too.
Oh, we forgot about that. We never even mentioned that, guys. We were lost in the sauce here, but that definitely plays into it. The competition caution. Somewhere midway, they never tell us when it's going to be. It's kind of a surprise for everyone. So maybe that's what they're waiting for.
I mean, we do have. Let's see. Let me go back and find it here. We do have one fan on YouTube that would like you, Adam, to sign his samurai sword, because I mean, if you run into Adam Turner in an airport, you know you're not, and all you have is the samurai sword. You're not going to get Adam Turner.
Well, I got a couple questions about that. Yes, that's correct, but why would they allow you to have a samurai sword in the airport? That's a little weird, but I would sign it. Yes.
Well, it's just weird to have Adam Turner's signature on a martial
Oh,
arts.
I sign things all the time. Walk around the streets down here in the middle of nowhere.
Matt.
Yeah, we could do karate in the garage later, hopefully.
Pick some pumpkins. Try out your night vision goggles. But thanks everybody for joining us on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook tonight. Watch the stream.
I have a movie quality Chewbacca mask.
You do your taxes in it?
Yeah, when we start doing the streams where you can actually see our face, I'll have that on, or my special
Luchador.
red, white, and blue luchador.
Can't wait for that. Hopefully we can get that worked out before the next season starts.
Yeah, hard pass. I know. Nobody needs to see this mug.
Oh, caution's out. That's your competition caution.
And there it is, as we were just getting ready for a little battle here between the 17th and 16th places of George Rincon and the Polish Prince, Brian Jablonski there. But we're going to have that competition yellow, get everybody all restacked up. Only got a few guys not currently sitting there on that lead lap. That's going to allow them to kind of catch back up and get back on around. And but, you know, here at halfway, Jess Vaught, man, he is looking stronger than ever.
So let's look at the running order right now as it stands during this caution. Josh Bittner, who's sitting third in the points, is one place ahead of Timothy Pope. That's not enough to knock Pope out of the championship gold medal position there. But Jeremiah Burke, he may have something for Jeremiah. Jeremiah's kind of mired back there right now. First truck, one lap down in 22nd place. So Josh Bittner and Jeremiah Burke definitely fight for that second position for the championship run.
I guess this is where you just kind of take a deep breath. You know, so far we've seen beyond clean racing, right? I think we've seen these guys be
great.
Very patient. I haven't heard a bad word on the radio at all. Bad words are not allowed, by the way, here in iRacing.
Looks like everybody coming down, as kind of we expected here, to go ahead and top off with gas. The truck you saw run around out there, staying out with the first truck one lap down, he'll be your lucky dog guy. Jeremiah Burke at 73.
And man, I don't want to use the term, money stop this early in the race, but I mean, this one we've kind of seen track position and all this is going to come especially big time into play, because if you can get out up towards the front, you're not going to use up your tires as much trying to cut through this field.
Oh no, absolutely. I mean, you can see right there, it's pretty close among a few of these trucks. That's where you really just got to hit your pit box just right. It looks like Albert Anderson. Looks like the 63 Oxidine beat him out.
Yeah, we had a little bit of controversy there on pit road. I guess all the trucks weren't staying to the right. You kind of have to stay to the right till you get to your pit box, and people weren't doing that, and it was causing a little anger. So yeah, we have our first little bit of anger tonight. But that's kind of common courtesy. That's how it is done in the big leagues, in the NASCAR world, and you really can't just, drive through pit boxes, right? I mean, this is simulation, not a game.
So Albert Anderson's fan club continues to grow. We got Audrey Sessions in here pulling for the 12. As we mentioned, Julio Castillo, Tanya Rivas Lobos also pulling for Albert. And we got Donnie Turbeville in here.
Oh.
An emoji.
Yeah, man.
He was.
Love to see all these different new viewers to this league. And I know we have a bunch of viewers in this league anyway, but always adding to the deal. And speaking of new viewers, how about D&D Race Graphics? Check them out. That's done by Ricky Wittenberg. He has cool paint shop here in iRacing. And then Keller Williams, Johnson City, Tennessee. He's a realtor. He can do really no matter where you are in the United States of America.
Yep,
Ricky Wittenberg. Look him up. He can help you out. You're in Nome, Alaska, or you're in Tampa, Florida. He can help you out. So Keller Williams, Johnson City, Tennessee, Ricky Wittenberg. And there's a phone number there, and I just don't have it with me.
That phone number would...
It's 423-444-0454. Sorry about stepping on you there.
Oh, no. I actually stepped on you there, buddy.
It's like y'all two are at the dance hall on your first date doing a two-step.
With two left feet. That's what I got.
Yeah.
So here we go, getting back ready to go green flag racing here with the second half of this race. Jess Vaught, Mike Adamson, Timothy Pope up there at the front. Same thing with Zach Wheeler, Alex Forget-Berube, Kelly Keel, Josh Oxendine, Albert Anderson moving his way back up after that little little early stuff that slowed him up. He's going to be up there. You also got Eric Klafka and Austin Paul, Josh Bittner, Ricky Wittenberg all up there as well. So this race is not over by far, but here we go back to green flag racing, side by side across the line. Mike Adamson looks like he got a great restart there on that outside, but I think that inside is just going to be able to charge right on through as the guys put that pedal to the metal and get this thing going here once again.
Now you got to be a little leery here with those cold tires. It's going to take about 2 laps probably to warm them up fully. So watch for that. These guys get a little aggressive. They're feeling frisky out there with those new tires, and I get it, but kind of have to dial in a little bit.
Knox Medusa on Twitch saying, gotta love that Star Spangled truck, talking about the 12 of Albert Anderson. But Knox Medusa also saying, I still want Pope to win, though. Hey, you can like other people's paints. It's all good.
Yeah, you can have a favorite driver, but you can also have a favorite paint. I think the
100%.
Paints here are amazing. Ooh, Green got a little sideways there in the 91 of Kid Rock truck. That's coming out of 2, like I told y'all. That's gold tires.
Forget-Berube did the same thing. He's kind of stuck in the middle between the 3 and the 88 right now.
Moving out there 3 wide, you also got Jonathan Osborne and Ricky Wittenberg slowly moving up into this kind of kerfuffle going on in that middle. Everybody's still trying to kind of get their rhythm back going here once again. You also got that 88 of Eric Klafka trying to continue to move up through this field. And I mean, just about everyone's doing everything they got to do other than kind of Josh Bittner right now. He's back there in 13th, kind of fighting it out with Jonathan Osborne, but he needs to really kind of stay in it because Jeremiah Burke isn't that far behind there.
Yeah, Black Flag Racer on YouTube saying, keep an eye on the 63. He's my personal spotter, and he knows what to do. So
Well, he must have went to my school because I win here. I know what to do to win here. I'll probably be putting on a clinic for this, upcoming season. If anybody wants Michigan tips, you can come. It's only cost you like a beer or something. I'll hook you up.
shot a crown.
Yeah, that's a little dangerous. That's what I'm dealing with right now. We're so close to Canada here in Michigan. I said, well, why not have a little bit of crown?
Yeah, there you go.
Just to take the edge off.
Oh boy, I see.
Lane painted.
Yeah, Kelly Keel getting a little slowed up there from that 63. He decided, I'm not going to wait any longer, dive it down into the inside. Thankfully, there was enough room there in front of that 55 of Ricky Wittenberg and able to try to make up some ground. But the problem is, if you get stuck down on that bottom for too long...
Oh, Bittner's in the wall.
Yep, he held it in the
Sorry,
wall,
bud.
too.
Sorry, bud, he recovered. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, if you get stuck down there, you're just going to get freight trained eventually on that outside as that 84 of Bittner tries to get back up to speed and gather that momentum back up. Man, he was up there fighting for the lead, and now he's all the way back here in 18th. That just shows how competitive everybody is here, especially on these restarts.
Oh, they're totally doing some great racing right now. You'd make one small mistake like Bittner did. He held it in the wall, thankfully, didn't take anybody out, but man, this is what I'm talking about.
And here's the thing with Josh, too, is that aero is kind of important here. If he has some damage on that right front, it's going to affect his performance out there, and he's just going to have to live with it until the next pit stop.
Man, here comes that 88 of Eric Klafka, currently up 22 spots, trying to make it up 23 spots as he tries to continue his way through this field up that inside, man. He is really making that line work for him and carrying all that speed and momentum around this track as he's now side by side with Jess Vaught as they exit turn number 2. And man, this is going to be a little bit of a drag race coming down here till the end.
And Klafka is up 22 spots. 22 spots, folks.
Then who predicted that? That would be me. The Johnny Carson.
You're our Michigan expert guy.
Yeah, I knew he was going to make his way up to the front. Really good run by Clafton, 88.
Jack the Ripper Dixon looks like he was scraping the outside wall a little bit. Able to get off of it pretty quick, though, and hopefully keep some of his momentum. A little wall scrape, I mean, it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but you lose a lot of speed and momentum quickly, especially if you can't get off that wall right away.
And I was just watching the Cobra Sreegis in the 020, and he went in front of somebody, and he didn't touch or anything, but the amount of air moved his truck from side to side. There's so much air movement here. I mean, they're about 185, 190 miles an hour in these trucks, so I mean, they move around quite a bit with the airflow.
Oh, Timothy Pope starts going around a little bit. Oh, we got a big old pileup.
Yep, there it is. Pope's got damage on his tailgate.
The predictor of predictors, turn 2.
Kelly Kill in the 01 is tore up.
So we're going to have to take a look back to see exactly what happened here. I know we saw the 728 of Pope get loose. Man, I don't know if that was maybe a little bit of netcode help around there, and you can just see there it kind of started jacking up the field here. Kelly Keel involved. You got the 19 of Alex Forget Berube involved.
Well, Austin Paul just kind of went right around that. What a you talk about avoiding wrecks. He did it again.
Hey, that's exactly what one of our viewers was saying. He's great at accident avoidance, but not great at cone avoidance as the blue cone.
Oh, man, he must be a young guy with those cat-like reflexes.
I'm telling you. Still got him.
You know what? That's exactly what it was. It was a little bit of netcode. The 20 of Zach Wheeler just not really touching that 728 of Pope. It was close, but he didn't touch him. And that caused that whole chain reaction of carnage behind him. Man, he also got that 21 of Justin Hutchinson involved there as well.
Oxendine with a little bit of front end damage as well, and rear end damage now. Sorry, bud. Nox Medusa saying, wasn't expecting Klafka to pull ahead so quickly. And then talking about the 3, I think, saying he's a ninja, a steering ninja. Talking about avoiding these accidents. That's pretty
I don't know. It's like luck is with him. He's paying close attention. I don't know. You know, me, I'd be drifting off into space looking, where's my drink? What do I need to do? And next thing you know, I'd be in the middle of it.
So I don't think these guys can make it to the end. We're at lap 57 here. They're on 57. They're not going to make it to the end. How far are you going to push it now? You're going to wait for... You're just going to stay out until you run out of gas and hope for another caution? Or you're going to try to split the end
and that's
in half or what?
The key. That's the key. That's what these guys are in their teams are probably talking about. I don't know. We saw some weird, funny things happen last night in the race at Michigan. So it's kind of a gamble, you know. It's like rolling dice in Waco. You might get snake eyes every time. You never know.
We have a request from Chan the Man saying, I want to see that from Austin Paul's view going into that wreck. I don't know if we can make that happen. We could check with our producers in the trailer.
That, I believe we can, as I try to get back to that.
Well, you're asking an awful lot of the production agency.
Yeah,
here.
I know.
Wow, he's really pushing the envelope.
Man, he's one of our biggest fans out there watching these races.
That's true. He's here every week, so we might as well give him what he wants.
Black Flag Racer also saying that this track is one of the worst for netcode stuff, and I don't know if they fixed it, but
I don't think so. I think
they were running close. It might have been an arrow thing. I don't know.
Well, and I could be misjudging the arrow thing I saw with Simon earlier with netcode. I mean, there's definitely some movement, even when you're super close to these trucks.
Their director have that queued up.
Yep, I did, and you could just see there Austin Paul making the right moves at the right time, able to come down the racetrack and kind of move up through that low line as everyone was kind of bunching up out there on that outside.
He made it look smooth. Yeah, he made it look smooth, didn't he? He just kind of saw it.
Yeah, he just kind of took a left
moved
turn.
on down, yeah.
Put his signal on, I think, even.
Yeah, he brake lights, signal. He did everything correctly. We're going to give him
Checked
a
his
pass.
blind spot, yeah.
Driver's ed. He gets an A.
So
We're about to go green again. They're tightening the field back. Go ahead, sir.
Yep, so we got a question from Julio Castillo out there saying, oh no, is the 12 okay? Well, he is back out there running. Let's take a look here to see if we can't see what his truck looks like. And you know what? His truck looks brand spanking new out there. So I think he got his fast repair, and he's going to be ready to kind of make his charge up to the front. So don't worry to America. Well, I can't even say America's driver because apparently he's worldwide now. So Albert Anderson's going to be doing pretty well out here tonight as we go back to green flag racing up here at the front. The 12 of, the 33 of Jess Vaught and the 51 of Mike Adamson started side by side here once again and able to get away and out in front pretty quickly. You got that 20 of Zach Wheeler moving his way up as well. You got Eric Klafka in that 88 who was making that big time charge there during that run, able to get away there in third and fourth. You got the 63 of Josh Oxendine continuing to kind of show out here tonight. Same thing with that 55 of Ricky Wittenberg as he goes 3 wide there, kind of trying to get around there on that inside. The 63 of Ox kind of getting stuck in that middle, but everybody able to kind of squeeze on out of it as Alex Forger Berube is now stuck out there on that outside 3 wide.
the
with
yellow.
Austin Paul as we got a yellow flag.
Boy, it was getting real hairy up front there with Austin Paul and Forget Berube, and man, that was getting real fun.
3 wide, 2 rows deep. That wasn't fun to watch. I was white knuckling it. Super Slippery Frog on Twitch saying, nice way to recover, Pope. Talking about that last incident out there.
Oh, looks like the 21 of Justin Hutchinson getting involved in that one, kind of coming down the track. I don't know what happened there, as he ended up getting tagged up with the 07 of Jack the Ripper Dixon. Honestly, it almost looked like it was like a wheel disconnect. He just kind of drifted straight down the track. It's not like he broke loose or anything. You know what? That's exactly what happened. He broke loose.
Yeah, it's I think cold tires in that situation. He's run the high line, just a little too hot, and paid the price. Some other guys paid the price too.
It took a long time to spin, didn't it? That's a terrible feeling when you start to break loose and you're trying to save it, but you know you can't. You're just kind of looking around going, I hope I don't hit anybody.
Yeah, the only worst feeling is when you're the last guy on the lead lap and the leader is just breathing down your neck, and you can feel that pressure, and you don't want to ruin his day, but you don't want to do this, you don't want to give up, and that's a frightful feeling here in iRacing. iRacing does a great job of simulating what a affordable hobby. It's a lot cheaper than going out and buying your own race car, and it simulates the actual racing we have. So I love it. iRacing, got to give them a shout out for doing a great job.
Roger Pierce talking about Jack Dixon out there. Jack's gonna lose the loonies and the toonies. We may need a Canadian translator in here.
That's the 1s and 2s.
6s and 7s. Isn't that what they say in Great Britain? You lose your mind.
What in the world are y'all even talking about?
You lose your
Loonies
mind.
and Toonies.
Lose your mind. You go 6s and 7s.
Is that like on Strange Brew? You ever seen that one? That's a Canadian film.
No, I've never seen it.
Oh. Well, I guess it doesn't matter then.
It's a show about a brewery.
Yeah, and the Canadians and hockey, and Rick Moranis is in it.
I have seen that.
It's pretty wild.
I have seen that years and years ago. I know exactly what you're talking about now.
They just want a 12-pack of Elsinore beer, eh?
Yeah. Oh, man, that's a good one.
Well, as we ride around here under caution, let's get one of these guys up here that's kind of sitting towards the middle of this field. That's going to be the 01 of Kelly Keel. Let's see if I can't find his name somewhere on here.
Make sure we put him back where he needs to go.
You know what? I can't see him on the Discord, so we will not go to Kelly.
Nope, I don't see him either. Huh.
But nope, he's currently occupied with something. So let's. I don't know. How about the 82 of Mike Everidge? Yes, Mike Everidge is in there. So let's get a handle on him out there. So. Hey, Mike, it's Alan, and Adam up here in the booth. You're doing pretty well, kind of riding around here in the middle of the pack, but, man, this race has been pretty good. Great long green flag run there kind of in the beginning. Now we're in that latter second half of this race. You got any kind of tips and tricks you're looking to maybe use out there to improve and maybe, who knows, steal away a win?
Yeah, just trying to protect the tires from here out. We've got to make at least one more stop, or we can make it on one more stop.
Well, we don't want to keep you, but hey, be careful out there. It's going to get slippery.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you.
Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, we can make it on one stop, so we're gonna just try and protect the tires, and just try and be steady and try to be there at the end.
Well, good luck, Mike.
Good luck
All right, guys.
to you.
Thanks.
It's awesome to be able to.
Yeah, I like talking to these guys when they're in the
These
moment,
guys.
you know, because their mind is moving 1,000 miles a minute, you know.
Yeah, and here we
So
go.
for them to come talk to us is pretty cool.
Here we go once again. Jess and Mike side by side to take this thing back to that green flag, and away we go. You have that 20 of Zach Wheeler trying to get up to that back bumper of Jess, as well as that 63 of Josh Oxendine trying to get to that back bumper of Mike Adamson to try to get each line pushed up and back up to speed here tonight. You also got that 753 of Jeremiah Burke, who spent a little bit of time there kind of towards the back, working his way up. He's now up into that top 5, looking to maybe kind of squeeze up on through this field, as Josh Bittner is now down to 15th. So Jeremiah Burke looking to definitely hang on to that second in the championship standing official positions.
And it's going to get nothing but more exciting. As you heard our guest up here say, you know, one more stop pretty much. Everybody can make it on one more stop, I think. Go back through and look at the scoring here. It looks like everybody will make it on one more stop. So definitely an important stop, as you like to say, the money stop. The next one that comes down, everybody's going to be throwing on 4 tires, topping off the gas. Probably the guys running crew chief or something like that are probably trying to figure, you know, about when they're going to take their stop and how much gas to put in. You can gain a lot of track position by just taking just enough fuel and trying to get out in front of your competitors that maybe are taking a full tank. It's a dangerous game, though, especially with the potential for green-white checkers. So.
That is absolutely correct, as the 753 of Burke, man, he is making a hard charge up here towards that front, trying to get around that 51 of Adamson, and he does. So he's now got that 33 of Jess Fott kind of locked up in there in those sights. You also have that 55 of Ricky Wittenberg up 16. Up 15 now.
Pope just scraped the wall right in front of Bittner back here, but kept it straight. I think it may have been a cold tire situation there, but
Sparks were flying, but he held it.
Good job. Angry Indian 89 saying, "Yep, it's getting racy out there now." You ain't kidding, bud.
Yeah, it's getting there, and I think we still have quite a bit to go. Still almost a third left, or over a third.
Yeah, Russ Endicott saying full pit at 75 to go.
That would be
Yellow,
splitting it.
2 and tires.
That'd be about splitting it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's splitting it. He said any yellow, 2 and tires. This track is just eats those right sides up so bad. But do you risk taking 2 late in the race and having a unbalanced truck that you're not used to driving with 2 worn out tires on the left and brand new ones on the right? I mean, some of these guys might have some problems with that unless they practice that.
Yeah, I think it depends on where you are in the standings, right? I mean, I don't know. That's a gamble. Like I said, rolling dice in Waco, you got to do it. You know, it's kind of like the thing to do, especially when you're Waco. I don't know if you've ever been there, but
Oh yeah,
interesting
Big O.
place. Yeah. Oh, you been to the Big O?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what it's all about then. Yeah, man.
Billboards, all you can see on I-35 for miles.
Yeah. Track temperature's coming down. It's 94. It's still hot though.
Yeah, it looks like we've been having a few laps of cloud cover. Yeah, so that's going to give these guys a little bit of a reprieve, and they're going to notice a big change in these trucks, especially, I mean, we're talking a 10 to 15 degree difference here out there on the track, so it's going to act a little differently. Maybe the tires are going to survive just a little bit longer, maybe an extra lap or two. So, you know, this is why we're seeing, you know, this kind of second line of trucks, man, they're really hanging on down there. Up that inside, as we got some movement going on up here at the front. You got the 55 of Ricky trying to make his move, moving up to the inside of Zach Wheeler right now, trying to use that bottom line to slide on up, but not quite able to get clear of him here. But he's got to be careful. If he's not able to get up soon, he's going to lose a lot more positions than he was going to gain.
Russ Endicott, we knew what you meant. He's hanging out with his friend Jim tonight, so he's having a little trouble typing. I know. Hey, man, the struggle's real.
Jim, Jack, and Rose.
Yeah.
We know them all. Man, but all the way up 1 through 20, we got some pretty good racing going on.
Oh, 28's around. See if he can save it.
Oh, that he does, but no! Jonathan Osborne gets into a little bit of a kerfuffle
Yellow's
there,
out.
and the yellow is going to come out.
Yet another kerfuffle. That's what they should name the next variant. The kerfuffle
Sounds
variant.
like a Netflix series. I don't even know what that means, and I'm a well-educated human being.
Man,
Kerfuffle.
so you can see there the 28. Kind of rewind that one more time here. Him in the 01 of Kelly Keel getting involved right in front of the 12 of Albert Anderson. Thankfully able to save it, but everyone's kind of scattering. And oh man, looks like the 81 of Jonathan Osborne really got the short end of the stick on that one. As I'm trying to see exactly who that
70.
was. And oh man, it was the 29 of Dave Hot Rod Mayberry not having a good night here tonight. So those guys getting all involved.
I'm glad you saw it, because, yep, there he is. Hot Rod. White on white number kind of throws me off.
Yep.
That's the drawback to having the up high camera, you know, you're relying on the roof number.
Yeah,
look
it's
at the
not
turn.
easy. Y'all think this is easy, what we do. This is difficult.
Man, and all of this happened right in front of the 21 of Justin Hutchinson. Able to squeeze by this one pretty unscathed. As you can see, just the absolute scattering of trucks trying to avoid the 28 of Rincon as he was still in the middle of trying to get that thing back under control.
Russ Endicott reminding us that Mongo is but pawn in game of life. Yes,
Okay.
it's true.
Well, I think I know what he's referring to.
Plays in saddles.
Yeah, I know exactly what it is.
Oh.
Did Albert had a really short pit there? Did he might have only taken 2? Looks like the only one.
Do you
10-second
really?
pit stop, yeah.
Well, he's got Russ Endicott really called some great action this season from the Facebook page.
Yeah, when I get fired,
Yeah, a
you
lot
may
of
have
predictions.
to bring him up when I get fired from here. I have to bring him up to the big leagues with you boys.
He definitely has a strategy. He's got a strategic mind.
That's what I don't have. I'm missing that part of my mind. I do a lot of current events, though.
Nox Medusa saying the good thing is that nobody can get hurt when it's virtual. Yes.
Well, isn't that true?
And you don't have to pay to fix any cars.
Right.
Well-
That's cool.
Well, you say that, but have you seen some of those YouTubers that have those direct drive wheels that race at like, dang near 100% force feedback? What happens when they wreck? Man, that'll break some fingers, some wrists. You
Yeah.
got to be careful with that.
You got to keep they teach you to keep all your fingers outside. Don't get anything hung up, like get your thumb stuck in there. You'll break your thumb. But Albert Anderson Jr. saying, did his son Albert get spun? No, he didn't get spun. Some stuff happened right there in front of him, and truck kind of come across his nose and kind of hooked him. But Albert was fine, I think.
That he was.
Okay, cool.
All right, but everybody coming down for probably their final pit stops of the race here, as we're going to go back to Green Flag Racing with 26 laps here left to go, and 26 laps left of what have been a amazing season to watch. And this race, I would have been happy with it going flag to flag because we were seeing some great action with that. But, I mean, these guys are definitely leaving it all out there on the track tonight.
That, and when you stack everybody back up, I mean, we don't want to say cautions breed more cautions, but it kind of really does. Here we go. We're green.
Here we go as Jess Vaught and Jeremiah Burke going side by side down and across the line. Back to green flag racing here. Still side by side as they enter turn number 1 and move on through turn number 2. You also got Mike Adamson and Zach Wheeler side by side there as well. You got Josh Bittner making his way back up here through the front after maybe struggling out there in the back just a little bit. Same thing with Josh Oxendine. He's hanging around up front here as well. You got the 3 of Austin Paul and the 55 of Ricky Wittenberg having a little bit of a battle here with the 19 of Alex Forget Berube right there, as well as the 12 of Albert Anderson. Oh no, as we got a truck going around.
That's that Mardi Gras flavored truck. Look like Jeremiah Burke out there.
And Russ Kilgore involved, Alex Forget Berube involved. Oh, and his truck is crabbing hard. And, oh no, the 12 of Albert Anderson trying to make his way back up to the front. It looks like he was involved as well. So let's go ahead and take a look back to see what happened here. So we try to get a good view on this one.
Broadcaster curse. We just talked about Anderson being just fine. Oh, no, he's good.
Kind of go back here and watch what happened. The chopper cam. It's Jess Vaught leading this thing off. You got Jeremiah Burke there trying to kind of follow in tow. And I know this one started. Oh, Jeremiah Burke just got a little loose and went out and, man, scraped the wall. And you can just see the 20 of Zach Wheeler able to get around it. Oh, as everybody goes to scatter, and then all mayhem breaks loose right after that. Let's follow along here above the 15 of Jeff Green, who basically made it through this the first initial craziness, but then got involved a little bit there kind of towards the end. You had the 7 of Russ Kilgore there getting kind of snagged up in the wall there with Alex Forget Berube. And oh my goodness, that was a mess. Let's take a look here from the roll bar cam of the 55 there of Ricky Wittenberg, as you can kind of see when Jeremiah Burke gets out there into that wall. You see everybody's checking up and scattering, able to get through it all right. You also got that 63 of Josh Oxendine somehow managing to get through it. Eric Klafka as well.
Lucky there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Well, there's some apologies from the
Yeah.
53, and I don't know if you can blame anyone for that. It's racing, man.
Yep.
These guys are out here trying to race, trying to win. So.
Oh, no. Guess what? Albert Anderson got DQ'd for too many incident points.
Oh, my goodness.
Damn it.
That's where I
Well,
just don't like the incident point thing. That's just my personal opinion. But it does keeps these
yeah,
guys
try
in
to
check,
keep
I
people-
guess.
Yeah. It's a good tool to use. Jonathan Osborne said he's crashed out now.
Well, at some point we may need to talk to Albert if we ever have time. He may have to explain himself. America's driver out early.
He's pretty heated right now, I believe.
Yeah, he probably not a good
He's
time.
been collected in every wreck on the track. Sucks to get disqualified for that. Yeah, he's not too happy about it.
Yeah, because that last one was definitely, he had nothing to do with it. He was just nowhere to go. you know. So
Yeah.
happens. We've all been there.
Yeah, that sucks for him and his fans that are out there pulling for him
Well,
all over the Western Hemisphere.
I think he's worldwide, but he's America's driver.
I'm trying to find that other comment that I saw. Oh, can't find it now. Might have to find that during the green flag run here.
As we get back ready to go to this green flag here with Mike Adamson out in front with that 20 of Zach Wheeler. Man, Zach Wheeler having a great run here tonight. Starting right outside of him. Jess Vaught and Rob Green. Man, Rob Green in that 91. We don't talk to him or talk about him a lot, but he's having a great race as well. Up there in fourth right now. Driving that Kid Rock patriotic scheme as we go back to green flag racing out in front. Great restart there for Mike as he's able to get out in front, and same thing with Jess Vaught, able to follow him right on through out in front to in front of Zach Wheeler.
Russ Endicott's saying that if we ever hired him for a booth job position, it'd be a good idea to pay him in Boudin and Cracklins. Hey, I know a couple spots, man. Might be able to make that happen. I'm not sure if that the grease will probably eat through the bag before FedEx gets it to your door. Not really sure.
Oh, something interesting. I think Jeremiah Burke is free if we ever want to pull him up during these last few laps. He just mentioned that, and so maybe we'll pull him up at some point and talk to him about how crazy this track is.
Albert Anderson also indicated that.
Oh, as we got another wreck going on here, right here in the middle, the 91 getting involved. This is going to bring out another yellow. This is a big one.
Upside down trucks. Well, we got a yellow.
Lordy. Well, we might want to bring up one of the boys after we watch this crash.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that we will. So back to our great chopper cam, one of the best cams here at Michigan, just to kind of see what happened. Oh, that little bit of netcode as well as a little bit of loose there. Oh my goodness, who is that went upside down?
I didn't catch a number on that truck.
I noticed the
because he was upside down.
I know the 020 getting all flipped up. Oh, was that the 07 of Jack Dixon? It was. Oh man, Jack Dixon going for a wild ride out there, flipping multiple times, looking like a figure skater out there, flipping through the air. Actually, more like a gymnast. As looks like Jeff Green able to come down into the pits, kind of right in front of that. And,
Rob Green looks like he got the net code as well. It just kind of started turning, or maybe he got loose. I don't know.
They need to fix that, man. They need to fix this netcode stuff. These guys are right. At Michigan, it seems to be the worst.
Yeah, that was definitely net code.
Night, we're seeing it again tonight.
The Kid Rock truck, number 91, Rob Green, kind of just got turned with the net code. Hey, we can't even fight about this stuff. This is just kind of par for the course for Michigan, looks like.
As we do continue to kind of pace here under caution, let's do that. Let's get Mr. Albert Anderson, America's driver, Mr. Worldwide, up here into the booth. And man, I know it's today was a rough day for you. You were looking really great out there at the beginning, and then had that nice long run. Little bit of struggles there, tagging that outside wall, and then just everything kind of seemed to compound upon it. But I mean, still, you had a great season here, Albert, and it just, it sucks the way it ends here tonight.
Yeah, really unfortunate. I mean, we're only allotted 13 incident points, so you know when you get collected in every wreck on the track, and there's been multiple wrecks tonight, you know that 13 incident points comes really, really quick. And it sucks. I mean, I qualified fourth. I was running up front most of the night, and people just keep crashing into me, and it took me out of the race. But it happens.
Yeah, your fans online weren't weren't real happy about it either, and man, it sucks. But I know you guys are looking forward to next season, and hey, man, it's a clean slate.
Yeah, I got a punching bag down in the basement. I'm gonna probably go beat the daylights out of that and have a stiff drink and put this night behind us and get to some exhibition racing and get back at it in February.
Hey, man, we love watching you. We love hearing you on the Vigilante Report. We can't wait till next season. And America's Driver, look, you had a magnet on your truck tonight, but hey, they kept hitting you. It happens. It's, it's just one of those days. So you're going to persevere, and I can't wait to see you next season, man, and listen to your podcast and joining him on the podcast. That's pretty cool stuff.
Absolutely, man, and thank you guys for putting on a broadcast. It's just racing. That's what happens in racing. You can't have a good season every season. So, Merry Christmas to you guys. Thank you to all my fans, man. And we'll get right back after it next year. And I can promise you the 12 America's Driver will be up front.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, well, before we do let you go and we're going to get ready to take to this green flag, I know you still got a teammate up there. Is unfortunately Burke kind of running into the same situation. Looks like he's going to be kind of struggling this one out. He's going to be able to still walk away here with a third place in the championship standings. But what are your words of advice out here to Mike, as he's been running really well up there to the front?
Just stay up front. Hopefully Mike can just stay up front and stay clean, because if he gets around mid-pack or the rear, it's a nightmare back there. Everybody's crashing into each other, putting it 3 and 4 wide, and it's bad. So if he can stay up front, take care of his equipment, he should have a really good finish tonight. And same thing with Jeremiah. If he can just hold on to it and not get involved in the mess of other people, he'll be good. So hopefully both of them will get a real good finish tonight.
All right, man. Well, great talking to you, and we'll see you kind of during this off season. And good luck, brother.
Sounds good, man. Talk to you guys. Be safe.
Be good. Man, that guy, even when he's down, he's still amazing to talk to. Really cool cat. One of the reasons this league is awesome. That guy is one of the reasons. So, too bad for him, but we got more racing to happen.
Yeah, that we do, as that pace truck turns off down pit road. 16 laps here left to go in this championship race here at Michigan. Mike Adamson, Jess Vaught, side by side. Man, Jess Vaught, that one's going to be a little bit close, but hey, you know what? Championship race, you got to make those moves early. Able to slip down right in front of the 84 of Josh Bittner there, trying to crawl his way up through this field once again. And fight his way to possibly another wins to add to his collection here. But that 20 of Zach Wheeler is still hanging on. Same thing with the 28 of George Rincon. George, man, he's been kind of out there with some bad luck here during this season, able to run up here in this top 5, top 6 spots, man. He's putting together a great race as well.
That spin back here towards the back doesn't look like a big deal, though. It looks like a single truck.
Yeah, please. Don't say that. I don't want any more spins until at least 5 laps to go.
Oh, as I think Simon the Cobra Regis maybe had a little mishap there as well, trying to avoid that spinning truck. But we are still green flag racing up here at the front. Mike doing a great job leading this field around right now, as the 84 of Bittner looks to continue to run on that outside line, knowing that maybe just that little bit of fresher tires here is going to make the difference at the end. You also had that 55 of Ricky Wittenberg sticking to that inside line as well. He was making that one work really well, kind of there right around midway. So look for him to maybe make a charge here. He's getting a little bit of maybe some help there from Austin Paul, trying to climb through this entire field.
Albert Anderson Jr. saying, "Man, you really handled that well, son. Proud of you." Yeah, he's down. He's upset right now, and I know a couple other guys are. Jeremiah Burke. If we do get another break, we'd like to talk to him as well, because I know he's kind of disappointed in how he's finishing out there today. But hey, we still got a little bit of racing.
Yeah, well, look at Bittner here trying to make his move on the inside turn 1 here.
And that he is. He's able to get to that inside of Jess Vaught, trying to inch his way forward. But, man, that outside line just gets a huge run coming off of that corner and is able to kind of hang on to it as the 20 gets very close. Might have traded paint just a little bit there, but able to hang on to it and keep her straight. As we did have a question out there on Facebook from Donnie Turbeville. What's netcode? Well, that is when iRacing kind of tries to predict where cars are and will be and all that. And so you might not actually make contact with another car, but iRacing will kind of simulate that you guys did. And it's kind of one of those unfortunate things that kind of comes with, being able to race here on a great simulation platform, but there's unfortunately always a downside to something.
Yeah, it's just a computer little glitch. Yeah, just a glitch like any game. Well, this isn't a game simulation, but if you were to do like a flight simulator, there's going to be some kind of little glitch that it's very hard to fix. This is complicated stuff these programmers are doing, so yeah, it's just part of the sport.
Sometimes it'll look like there's a foot in between two vehicles, and it's just a little glitch that thinks that the trucks got together. So you'll see guys spin with nobody touching them. It happens, but hopefully they get it fixed at some of the bigger tracks like Michigan here. It seems to be more of a problem at some tracks and not as bad as at others. But hey, that's an ongoing thing. I mean, they're working it.
As we now come across the line, 10 laps remaining here. Mike Adamson still leading this one with Jess Vaught and Josh Bittner in tow. You still got Zach Wheeler, George Rincon, and Ricky Wittenberg there as well. Same thing with Josh Oxendine, man. He's been doing really well as the 7 of Russ Kilgore looks to make some moves up here through that inside, kind of bobbing and weaving, trying to make up whatever ground he can. But the other thing I've been noticing here, that 728 of Timothy Pope, he's sitting there in 10th. He has not been driving kind of up towards the front like we thought he would. I think he's now just in conservation mode and survive and walk away a season champion.
Yeah, well, he survived a couple of wrecks, so I think he's like realizing, hey man, let me just finish this thing and be the champion, which he will be. And what's up with Ox's Army? We hadn't heard much from them. Josh and Oxendine, 6th position.
Yeah, there's a few of them on. Let's see here. I just saw it. Let me go back one.
I know you got a lot going on there.
Yeah, while you're doing that, we were 3 wide back here with Dave Hot Rod Mayberry back there out on track. Same thing with the 21 at Justin Hutchinson. He was 3 wide there with Austin Paul for a good second as they were trying to cruise up through this field. And unfortunately, the numbers starting to dwindle just a little bit here. 8 laps now left to go as they're going down this back straightaway. Still led by Mike Adamson, and we're kind of getting a little bit of separation here between these top 3 and the rest of the field as we're almost 4 wide back here now with Josh Oxendine, George Rincon, and Tim Pope. As we got a little bit of contact there as well with Austin Paul.
Yeah, Roger Pierce was talking about Ox. He's one of Ox's fans, saying, man, I think he's got damage on the right front. It's kind of hurting him in the aero department there. Black Flag Racer also said he's got a boo-boo on the right front. Yep.
Well, we're gonna have a couple awesome laps to end this thing, but it's gonna be an extended broadcast at the end. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I hope some of y'all stay with us because you can win some money if you're one of the fans of the super fan of the race. So stay with us.
Right.
We have a lot going on, and we want to talk to all these guys.
We may be adding a name to the super fan of the race too, to enter into that drawing from tonight's race. So we sure appreciate our viewers. You guys are the reason we do this. So thanks so much for hanging with us on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Facebook, making those comments and cheering on your drivers. sharing and liking the post. That really helps the league. It helps the page. So thanks so much to you guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, click, like, share, join. Tell your friends. We need more sponsors for this thing. Obviously, you heard that cold beer opening. We need a beer sponsor for the AAA broadcast. You know, we're kind of running low on funds on the beer funds. Drinking bottom shelf stuff now, I think the English is. So y'all share if you know any friends that want to participate. Throw some money to the leagues. Us, I don't know. Hell,
Hey, I'm drinking military ration beer that's just a white can that in big black letters it just says beer on the side.
right. That's why we need sponsors, beer sponsor for AAA broadcasting.
Yeah, I definitely support Keller Williams, Ricky Wittenberg, his realty deal. He puts a lot of money in this deal, and D&D Race Graphics. These guys just put on one heck of a show every week. It's definitely important to give these guys a place to race. It's become a family here. It really has.
Ricky Wittenberg and Austin Paul going out of here. Backstretch 3 wide.
With Blafka 3 wide.
Yeah, 3 wide there, and right in front of them you got the 82 and the 63 having a little bit of a battle as well. Still 3 wide as they're coming through this turn, and man, they're gonna be fighting over this position, I think, all the way up until the end, and this is for, you know, a top 10.
Jack Dixon says his season 2 ritual is he's going to take a shot of syrup before every race.
Well, syrup in my world and syrup in a different world are two different things. Are we talking about like maple syrup or like that purple drink?
No, he's one of our Canadian buds, so I'm sure it's like, remember Super Troopers when
okay.
Dug that syrup?
Sorry, I have a demented mind. I've been through a lot of things, and I've seen some awful things, especially with the syrup. It used to be purple, and it was a drink. And
he said syrup before the stirrup.
So now we got 2 laps here remaining. Mike Adamson out in front of the 33 of Jess Vaught. We also got that 84 of Josh Bittner trying to hang on to third as Timothy Pope is working his way up kind of through this field. Looks like maybe he was just kind of sitting back, relaxing, and now that it's go time, man, he is all up in Josh Bittner's business, trying to maybe sneak his way up into a podium here to kind of cap off the great season that he's had. But here we go for Mike Adamson across the line. 1 more lap, 4 more corners for a 15-week season here tonight. Trying to cap this one off the right way, and that's with a W. Jess Vaught all over that back bumper, trying to get every inch, every mile per hour that he can as he exits turn number 2. Slowly maybe fading back just a little bit as they enter turns 3 and 4. Still pretty close. He can make a run here, just not quite close enough to do it. So Mike Adamson, one of the lone survivors here from the Limitless Esports, comes across the line to win here at Michigan in the final race of the season. And Tim Pope coming away with a 4th, but more importantly, coming away season champion.
There were some good races even back there. Ricky Wittenberg was driving it like he stole it, man. Awesome stuff.
You couldn't ask for a better finish there. Just amazing.
And they're going to take their ritual podium picture at the finish line here in Michigan. Love Michigan. There's a lot of wildlife there. I'm a wildlife guy.
And so while they do that, let us go for and do our random draw driver of the day. And I believe at the end of the day, we ended up having 18 cars finish here. So I will click this generate button 3 times, and that will be the finishing position for the lucky random draw driver of the day. So here we go. 1, 2, and 3. That's going to be the 6th place finisher of Russ Kilgore.
Oh, nice.
Good for Russ, man.
So there you go, Russ. Congrats congratulations there, buddy.
And our fan of the race tonight was Nox Medusa on Twitch. Thanks so much, Nox Medusa on Twitch. You've been entered into the drawing for a $50 gift card to happen here soon.
Yeah, so don't you all go away, because we're going to be doing that drawing here in just a moment as we wait for people to jump on up in here into that broadcaster kind of waiting period, and we'll save our season champion kind of for last. As
they're working things out. Final race of the season for these guys. I think they're having a good time, and I think I would call this an awesome season, man. I had so much fun watching these guys, and can't wait to see what they got for next season.
It's been a great season, man. A great season. And this is their first one. I mean, who... Oh, hang on a second. I'm being told that we need to pick another random draw because the 7 had disconnected.
Oh, the 7 had disconnected. All right, then.
Yep.
So
let's see if we can get another one here.
The
magic of live television.
Yeah. Man, the fact that it took 15 weeks for us to have this problem, man, that was
hey, yeah,
that says a lot. So here we go. Oops, do that. Yada yada yada. So next in line for that will be the 20 of Zach Wheeler, finishing in 5th.
Zach Wheeler.
Awesome. Yada yada yada. The crab bisque. Yes, that's a Seinfeld
What?
reference. That was from a Seinfeld. I don't know.
Is that the soup Nazi thing?
Well, yeah, I think it was the same episode, but
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't want to go into details. I'd probably get banned again.
So while everyone's enjoying themselves, kind of celebrating out there on the track, let's get some interviews underway. We will start with the lucky draw driver, which is going to be that 20 of Zach Wheeler. Having yourself a great race here, Zach, finishing in 5th. And congrats on winning that lucky draw here. And man, talk about a great way to kind of finish out this season to, great racing. And I mean, 15 weeks is a long time, but for all these guys that stuck around, man, it's definitely worth it.
Well, we've seen a lot of guys from Ohio on iRacing, and they're some of the toughest guys around, and Adam can back me up on that. But talk about tonight's race. Were there more cautions than you kind of expected? Because this is one of those tracks, it can happen no matter how clean y'all try to be. Going 3 wide, especially like in turn 2, is that kind of where you saw some problems?
I hear technical issues.
Yeah, sounds like we may have lost Zach.
Hey, Zach, you there, buddy?
I don't think he's there, man. He's probably in Ohio shooting a deer or wrestling a cow or something with his bare hands. You know, that's what they do up
They're
there.
tough, yeah.
Yeah, tough. So, well, he gets some money anyway.
Yeah, he gets
Love
$5 for just participating in the race. So
Love the paint
and
scheme.
sticking around and finishing. So, congrats on a great season, Zach. Good to see you racing out there every week and taking that 20 machine.
Wow, we have a broadcast waiting room. I think, do we have the entire league here? Let's.
Gosh darn.
Where do we go? Where do we go with this?
All right. Well, so we'll see if we can't get Zach back here. He might have jumped up to go use the bathroom because I know that seems to be an issue with these guys is hanging on till the end here with their.
Don't make me go on to the astronaut story again.
Yeah, well, please don't. But we'll move up to tonight's race winner. That's that 51 of Mike Adamson, and one of the lone survivors here for that Limitless Esports team. But man, congratulations, picking up a win here in the final week of the season. I know you kind of joined the league a little late. Otherwise, man, I think you'd be up there racing for the championship. Got a couple wins here, and man, you just had a heck of a race up there at the front tonight.
First off, thank you guys. But yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun, a lot of patience. Yeah, tough luck to my teammates Jeremiah and Albert. But they stuck around. I appreciate them very, very much. Want that known. They stuck around, spotted for me, looked out for me at the end there.
Yeah, you've been one of those guys. I think you're known now as the silent assassin. But we saw you sneaking up through the field and talk about the cautions tonight. We did see quite a few of them. What was the major cause of that? Was it guys just overdriving tires, or trying to maybe to push it 3 wide and 2? We did see a lot of crowded action in turn 2, but what did you see out there?
I mean, I didn't see much. Most of the wrecks were behind me. Thank goodness for that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just guys going in the corner on cold tires, losing it a little bit, and it doesn't stick on the first couple laps going in there on the bottom. You have to really feather it, play with the throttle, and then, eventually it does stick as the tires get hotter. But yeah, I think that's all it was. I don't think it was any intentional stuff like that, but most definitely just a lot of loose trucks on cold tires.
So what are you looking forward to most for next season? Because I think this is kind of a statement for you here at the end, and going into next season, I think you're going to be one of the top dogs for the championship. So what are you looking forward to most?
Well, I'd like to first off just say I got all my teammates coming back, Jeremiah Burke, Albert Anderson, and we'll be adding a new addition to our team, driver of the 46, my son, Dale Adamson, will be joining us next season. So
Young money.
Looking forward to that. Cannot wait.
Man, y'all are stacked, man. That's going to be an awesome team. Shout outs or anything like that you want to, before you go?
Just a big shout out to my teammates once again, Jeremiah, Albert Anderson. I can't thank them enough. They stick by me. They've been there through thick and thin, and they've really supported me along the way. And like I said, really look forward to my son, and thank Octo Wraps for all the wonderful stuff he does. For some of the paints, but I will be unveiling a paint in the All-Star race that Ricky Wittenberg painted that will have my Silent Assassin logo on it.
Nice.
Well, man, again, congratulations here, picking up the win at Michigan. Probably the one of the most exciting races we've had here all season long, and definitely well-deserved, and we can't wait to see what you guys can do next season there, bud.
Absolutely, and like I said, once again, thank you guys for putting this on and do an amazing job, awesome work, and thank Jess and Ricky, Jess and Ricky for putting this on. Do a lot of good work.
All right, so now we will kind of start getting a little bit more involved here into the program. Let's pull up our. You know what? We'll save Jess Vaught for last. We will pull up our season champion. That would be the 728 of Mr. Timothy Pope. Tim, congratulations. I know you got a 4th place here tonight, but more importantly, you got that 1st place for the season, and that just says a lot. We know you ran out front a lot of this season, but you still were consistent week in, week out. You were here every week, and man, that just goes to show how much talent you've actually got there.
Yeah. I had to fight hard tonight, though, to get back up there. They kept wanting to wreck in front of me, and I kept piling into them.
Well, and we even saw you got hit from behind one of those times and kind of caved your tailgate and stuff in, but y'all got a couple fast repairs, so looks like you used one here pretty early. What did you see out there as what was causing the cautions? I mean, we had a couple of guys with a little bit different opinions, but some guys said that, well, people kind of overdriving tires on cold tires, and we did see you actually lose it one time on cold tires. Maybe they were a lap or two old. Did you think that was kind of the major cause, a lot of the loose condition out there, or do you think track temp had something to do with it?
Yeah, they're a little bit slick on cold tires, but the first wreck I got tapped in the rear and sent me around.
Well, how long you been on iRacing? I mean, I mean, for you to come out in the inaugural season and be as dominant as you have been, how long you been doing this for?
I played around on it in about, I think it was 16 or 17 when I quit for a couple of years, but I got back in it when all the COVID stuff hit right before that, and I've been on it pretty much ever since.
Well, I mean, you're making a name for yourself here, obviously. Are you looking forward to next season? You basically conquered this league so far. I think next season will probably be a little bit more challenging. But what are you looking forward to the most?
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to next season. Probably a little bit more aggressive next season. I believe, not so content to ride around as much as I have been. To wait for the tires to fall off. I think I'm going to drive a little harder.
Can you imagine that? Whoa!
Yeah, that's shots fired. Sounds like there.
Well, somebody that's got as much skill as you do, Tim, for you to say you're going to step up the aggression next season, I can't wait for it, man. We're definitely looking forward to that. We enjoy watching you guys as much as y'all enjoy racing. I really mean that. So we're looking forward to it, bud.
Oh yeah, me too.
Awesome, man. Well, before we let you go, one final time, you got any shout outs for all the fans out there, and looking forward to that next season?
Oh yeah, thanks for Vigilante for putting on there did a great job this year, and shout out to the people over at Nowski Nation.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations, your season champion, Mr. Tim Pope. Man, round of applause.
Good job, buddy.
Thank
for
you.
Sure.
Yeah, he's gonna have to pay extra taxes if he claims all those winnings, man. He's winning all the time.
He's gonna get a
I won't say anything.
1099.
I won't say anything to the IRS. They already know who I am, so we won't talk about that.
Yeah, so let's pull up our third place finisher real quick. That's gonna be Mr. Josh Bittner. Falling a little bit short there from Mr. Pope for that season championship, but you ended up walking away here as P2 in the season, in P3 out there on the track, man. You had a heck of a job. You were driving very consistent just about all season long, and just being competitive, man. Congratulations out there. And I know I'm sure there's a happy Mr. Ricky Wittenberg up there in the sponsor booth watching you.
Well, thanks. First and foremost, I want to thank Ricky with D&D Race Graphics, and especially Keller Williams, Johnson City, Tennessee. He has been on board the entire season. We had this arrangement going on. I can't thank Ricky enough. He's helped me so much with the season. I mean, heck, even tonight with this paint, I tried to make it a little bit, and he helped me so much with that, because I'm starting to do a little bit of dabbling in the paints, but this is all him, really. But he's done so much for this league, and a lot of drivers he's made paints for and taken the time out. So he's really I got to thank him especially for this.
It's fun painting cars. Be careful, man. It's addictive, I'm telling you. But yeah, you guys put on one heck of a show, and we were watching you and Jeremiah Burke, and he just got caught up in some wrecks, and it was pretty close between you two guys, and we came into this race very uncertain about who was going to take that second spot. And congrats out there, you did one heck of a job.
Yeah, thank you. It was a shame. I watched back and saw the replay what happened to Jeremiah. It was a shame that happened, because he was really run a great race up front. I was back and forth. I feel like with me messing up on pit road, and I was doing a couple strategy plays, like going in on the one, the green, instead of just staying out like everyone else, trying to get that extra lap of fuel. But he was up front all race. He put a great race together. So it was a shame we couldn't have really raced it out for that second place spot, because I figured this race was going to be all about who was going to finish second in the points, and because Tim pretty much had it in the bag.
Yeah, well, awesome season all the way around. Awesome race all the way around, obviously. What are you looking forward to for next season, and Vigilante report? You got anything interesting coming up on that?
Yeah.
Really interested to hear how that's going to go.
Yeah, we really. No, I'm sure that, some of the admins. So again, I'd like to thank Jax, Lori, Ricky, Dave, Kelly. Those guys did a great job all season, and really think we're gonna bring back some of the a lot of the great drivers that we saw this season. So that's going to be really fun. I mean, we have guys like Mike Adams and his sons coming, and Dale, to get those guys in on a full season. That will be a lot of fun to watch those two with Limitless Esports. But also, we're going to do some more stuff. So we're going to have some races in January. We're going to have some more stuff on the merch store. We're going to be working on that. There's going to be some announcements soon. And rumor on the street is that we're going to race our friends at Beagles as well.
Yeah, we kind of heard that last night. That seems like a fun time.
Yeah, I turned on the I went and I was watching the race last night or the other night, and I saw Jeremiah and everybody chiming in the comments. So I was looking, I'm like, oh boy, this isn't going to go well. But no, it should be a lot of fun. We have some great events planned in January, so hopefully we get to see all of that come to fruition and have a really good, strong season 2.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. The HCK Beagles do a great job, like y'all. I think y'all would have a great battle, and we'd love to be a part of that. That seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're always up for a challenge here at Vigilante, so we'll take it.
All right, man. Well, this is your final chance for this season. You got any shout outs or anything like that before we let you go?
Yeah, just want to thank, well, of course, Ricky from D&D Race Graphics and Keller Williams, Johnson City, Tennessee office. And if you guys are looking for a home or looking for someone to talk to, buying, selling a home anywhere in the United States, if you look up Ricky Wittenberg, he can help connect you with a realtor in your area that's trustworthy and help get you a good deal. But also, just want to thank my girlfriend Peyton, who she was watching the race. Maybe she's asleep by now, but thanks to her for putting up with me all season, and hopefully I made it entertaining for her. And my friends Nick and Evan, those guys always have my back. But yeah, just some really good friends and family that have always had my back. I'd like to thank them this season.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations, P3 here tonight, P2 on the season. We look forward to seeing what you can do in the next one, and wish you nothing but the best of luck there, bud.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Hey, Mr. Brown, I've got, I was talking back and forth with Jeremiah Burke. He's ready to get pulled up, too, if you want to talk to our third place in the championship guy. We didn't get to talk to him during the race.
Sure, I don't see why not. We can talk to Mr. Jeremiah Burke. Unfortunately, man, little rough out there for Limitless Esports, and I know you were racing there trying to come away second in the championship, but still had a great showing for 3/4 of this race at least, running up there at front. And man, it was a long season, but man, it was definitely a good season.
Yeah, it was a great season, man. I had a lot of fun this whole time. Unfortunately, my results were self-induced today. I ran out of talent at some point. It was it was rough. I don't know what happened there. I went back and watched the replay. Noticed Jess got loose too. That's the first time that's ever happened to me at this track, and I just got loose and I'm in front of the pack. I couldn't save it.
We saw it happen to Tim Pope too. We just got done talking to him about it. I think he had maybe 1 or 2 laps on brand new tires, and the heat just wasn't built up in them tires quite yet, and he tried to push it just a little bit harder than it needed to be, and it sent him around. Is that kind of what y'all felt out there?
Oh yeah, it was exactly what happened. I went in there and it just came around, and I believe that was the second lap on that set of tires too. Yeah, it just got loose. And as hard as we're racing up there, I mean, like Jess and Mike, and Mike's my teammate. He'll cut me a slack, but he still races hard. And we're racing up there, and it just happened. It happened. I wrecked. I'm sorry. I think my wreck disqualified Albert, which really sucked. And then everybody else that got caught up in there, because I saw a lot of smoke when I was trying to get into the pits.
You own it, but I think we were looking at a lot of that stuff, and there was a lot of net code going on, some weird things happening that normally don't happen, but gold tires definitely come into play here at this track. But more importantly, heck of a season. Next season, y'all got some big things in store, or what?
Oh yeah, coming back with Limitless Esports. Gonna be a 4-truck team next year. Gonna race just as hard. I mean, I'm already practicing for some of those races. I know what I got to work on. Be a little more consistent next year, and you know, work with Albert and Mike some more, and we'll get some speed up there. I just want to thank Ricky at D&D Race Graphics. He made an awesome looking truck for me tonight, and I was happy to run it. And hit him up if you need anything done for paint wise, and then help us out. I mean, helping him out helps us out with the series, and I mean, more races like this is gonna be a blast.
Amen.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, congrats on finishing third here in the season, in the inaugural season here in Vigilante, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one, and good luck, bud.
Thanks, guys. Looking forward to seeing you guys. I'm sure we'll run some off-season races with you guys. And I was actually talking to the HCK Beagles guys today, so it looks like we might do a head-to-head.
Oh, I can't wait. That's gonna be fun.
Oh, maybe some heat racing or something.
I don't know yet.
This is hey man, this is all your idea, so you gotta coordinate all this stuff.
Well, I'm just a race car driver. Now that they're interested, I'm gonna get them with the brain trust of the whole league, and they can figure all that stuff out. They just give me a date and a time, I'll be there.
Awesome, man. Well, we will definitely be there, because that is one we will not miss. And again, good luck. Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one. I appreciate everything you guys have done this year. It's been great.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Brown, man, what a deal! Are we doing the super fan of the season today, or how's that?
Yes, so we're just getting to that as we get that 33 Mr. Commander in Chief himself up here, Jess Vaught, who had a great race here tonight, finishing in second. Man, you were challenging that lead all race long. So we'll talk about today's race first, and then we'll start to get down into some of the details league wise and whatnot. And so first off, again, like I said, congrats P2, great race out there, and we even had that super long green flag run there all the way up until that kind of midway caution.
Oh yeah, I was more than just challenging for the lead. I was hoping to get away there in the middle of the race, and we got a whole slew of cautions and called everybody back up. And yeah, I'm disappointed in the result. I really would like to have finished and capped off the season with a win under my belt, a second one.
Well, I tell you what, the first one you had was pretty impressive, and it's hard to repeat when you guys have so much talent in this league. It's very competitive, week in, week out. It doesn't matter if you're at a road course or a mile and a half super speedway. It's very, very competitive. So I think Albert Anderson was one of the guys that said it. He said, if you finish in the top 10, you can feel good about yourself. You really accomplished something, and you've got quite a few top 10s and a couple of top 5s and a win this year. So you ought to really feel good about how you perform this inaugural season.
Yeah, I feel pretty good for my car owner, Lori Vaught. I don't think I'll lose my ride for next year. I think I did a pretty good job for her this year. So I'm expecting to be able to sign a contract in the off season. I don't know if it's going to be a multi-year contract, but I think I did pretty good. So I'm satisfied with it. But all kidding aside, yeah, this field is stacked. And anybody who disputes that, I would challenge you to race with us. In fact, I think we are challenging somebody to race with us.
Oh, speaking of that's going to be an awesome off-season race. We'll get to that in a second. But inaugural season, I think it went off flawlessly. Personally, I thought it was awesome. Anything special you got in store for next season? I know there's a lot of people out there watching that want to kind of know what's happening for next season.
Well, so we got the tracks selected and everything, and we have a smattering of the different types. Yet again, a couple of road courses, a mile and a half, and of course we got three of the super speedways, because we want to make sure that we're giving folks an opportunity to shine at what they excel at, and we all kind of excel at different things. And so we made sure that there was nice parity across that, as well as we're going to run a whole slew of recruiting races in January, so that we're going to have to fill out our field a little bit. We do have a waiting list that we're going to pull from that first, and then we're going to do some recruiting. We only need about maybe 10 drivers. It's an invite only league. Most of the guys who are with us right now are going to get invited back. But it's going to be about 10 slots we're going to have to fill, and we're looking for folks who are going to race the way that we've built this league around: fair competition, clean driving, and mutual respect for each other.
Man, and you're not kidding. You can just see it out there on the track that everybody, whether they drive quote unquote aggressive or more patient or whatever, you can see that respect out there. Out on the track. I mean, you have people calling out saying, "I'm sorry," all that, and knowing when they made a mistake. And, that's the type of people you wish to race in officials that unfortunately you don't always get to race with every single time. But while we got you here, since you are kind of Mr. Leader, let's we got a super fan of the race season kind of winner here to decide.
Yeah, we do. And honestly, I don't have that set up. Are you going to do it through the randomizer?
I've got 13 folks on this list right here. Actually, we got a couple of multiples, but we got 1 through 13 assigned numbers. And if Mr. Brown would like to do the randomizer deal, we can definitely choose our super fan of the season.
All right.
Out of all these folks that have been very dedicated and very supportive of the streams and the league. So, Mr. Brown, whenever you get ready, I'm ready for you.
All right. Well, just like that random draw driver of the day, we'll do this the same way, clicking this generate button 3 times, and that will be the winner. So here we go. 1, 2, and 3. That would be number 10, Mr. English.
So number 10 is Ashley Osborne. Ashley Osborne, Jonathan Osborne's sister, has been very supportive and watched a lot of races this season. She is our super fan of the season, of the entire season. So, Ashley, get in contact with one of us or somebody from the league. Have Jonathan reach out. And we'll get you that $50 gift card because we value so much our viewers out there.
Yeah, definitely. Congratulations, and we'll make sure that we link up with her for that prize money. And I want to say thanks to everybody who's been out there watching, and some notables like Mr. Albert Anderson's father. I can't remember all the handles you guys mentioned, but they're almost all the time, these different folks, and they routinely, it's not like one-offs, they show up almost every week. So we appreciate that, and we hope to grow it. Next season, part of the growing that is that we're going to give out prize money for the fan of the race each and every race next season.
Great.
So it's not just going to be a random draw at the end of the season. Hopefully that helps us get some more viewership. And looking at you guys' broadcast and the quality, outstanding job you guys do for us.
We appreciate it. We're trying to get better as we go. And a few notables, I just want to mention a few of our other fans this season. Justin Hutchinson, Russell Endicott, Rick Watson, Chandler Paul, Albert Anderson Jr., who you mentioned, Peyton McGowan, Richard Gray on YouTube, Joe Poole on Facebook, Rick Watson, and Knox Medusa also on Twitch. Thanks to all of our frequent flyers, I guess you can call them.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know if you guys are going to mention this, but we do have, the season's over, but we got a little bit of postseason action coming up for the next few weeks, beginning in the first Wednesday in January. I believe that's the 5th. We're going to have the Hooligan Race, which is going to feature the field. In other words, anybody who has won this season in Vigilante is not eligible to participate in that race. And Lori and I have thrown up $200 for that race personally, so that we can give back essentially to the field for sticking with us all season, racing clean, racing hard, and just making it a very enjoyable season.
Man.
That's going to be that's going to be incredible. Really fun to watch because I mean there was guys and gals just on the edge of winning these things, and like you said, it's a tough league. There's a lot of competitors out there, and to give them a chance, it's going to be super cool and just kind of something to push forward into next season.
Yeah, definitely. And then that hooligan is actually we're going to have it divided up into 5 stages. And so we're going to have 5 stage winners, and they're going to become eligible for the following week's all-star race. So we're going to pair those folks up for the hooligan with the winners from this season, have a couple of extra last chance heats right before the all-star race to round out a field of about 20 is what we expect for the all-star race. And we got a couple other special events after that as well, but that's pretty much that's going to get us started. Remember, 5 January, so come back and watch us.
All right, well, there you have it. You heard it live from the man himself. Race and action abound even in the off-season. That is, I know we got a whole bunch of people that can't wait to see that, and I know we got a couple other kind of race leaders here. We got Hot Rod Dave Mayberry, who, I mean, race-wise tonight, not the best of nights for you, but still hung around out there. We also got Mr. Kelly Keel, who's last couple of weeks, man, we've seen you up at the front having some great races. But I mean, even more importantly, it's Miss Lori Vaught down there, not coming in last every single week and being able to be the admin in chief as these guys get to race their hearts out there. And man, Lori, we up here, and I know everybody out there all thank you for the hard work that you did this season.
I really appreciate it, guys. We're just looking forward to season 2 with the new rules and a couple new drivers, new tracks, more money. The IPL points will really affect a few more drivers and should be a little bit more competitive. So yeah, we're all excited. Thank you guys for supporting us and being there every week. We really appreciate it.
All right. Well, on that note, guys, we'll close this one out with you, and can't wait for these off-season races. And man, the next season, it just can't come soon enough. And wish you all best of luck and good luck recruiting, and it's gonna be a fun one.
Oh yeah, definitely. So a couple last quick notes. I don't know if you guys mentioned it, but Mr. Ricky Wittenberg support for his companies for this season. I know you probably talked about during the race, and then the support of Mr. Mayberry and Kelly Cool. It's a really great group of guys. We came together and formed this league, and it's been beyond our expectations by miles. And having you guys come in and help broadcast this has just been icing on the cake. So thanks for everything, guys, and we'll see you next season. Actually, we'll see you in these special races coming up in January. I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome.
Yeah,
y'all have a Merry Christmas, and really looking forward to next year.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, guys.
You guys too.
Thanks. Guess let's do a little rundown of our.
Yeah, man, we got so much to look forward to next season. These guys are blessed. Check out their store. They have a store, Teespring
store, yeah.
Oh man, we didn't even mention that today.
Yeah, we had a little mention of it, but yeah, you can even buy a AAA broadcasting mug. I mean, there's everything there. I got a T-shirt and a mug. I don't know what y'all got, and it supports the league, so really cool. Josh Bittner puts that on. It's probably pretty easy to find if you use the Google machine. So Teespring,
VRL, I think.
Vigilante Racing League,
VRL
Teespring.
store on Teespring. Yeah, man, they have some great merch out there, and all that goes back into supporting the league. So
right,
it's a circle of giving.
All right, so let us go through the finishing order for the final race here. Mike Adamson picking up the win. Just fought in second with the 84 of Josh Bittner, bringing it home in third. Had that 728 of Mr. Timothy Pope, season champ, bringing it home in fourth, with the 20 of Zach Wheeler having a great race there, finishing in fifth. The 7 of Russ Kilgore doing pretty well there, being able to walk away with a sixth. You got Josh Oxendine and his Oxen Army, who we love to see week in, week out, able to walk away here with a seventh. Got that 3 of Austin Paul also had a strong showing here today, up 19 spots, and your hard charger of the day to finish in 8th. You have that 55 of Mr. Ricky Wittenberg, up 12 spots himself to finish in 9th, with the 82 of Mr. Mike Everidge being able to walk away with a top 10.
Yeah, and our thoughts tonight are with the 6th truck driver of Trevor Robertson. He was feeling pretty ill today and not able to race, and you know that guy was feeling pretty bad if he wasn't able to get in that chair and go out there and race with these guys, because we know he loves to do it. So our thoughts are with Trevor, and get well soon, man. And the 21 truck of Justin Hutchinson finishes 11th. The 28 of George Rincon in 12th. Dave Hot Rod Mayberry in the 29 truck finishes 13th. Rob Green in the 91. Man, that guy had some bad luck today, but still able to finish better than he started right there in 14th. John Herdzik in the 14 truck finishes 15th. The 999 of Jeff Snyder finishing in 16th place. 88 of Eric Klafka. We saw him run up in front a lot tonight, eventually finishing the first truck one lap down in 17th. Brian Jablonski in the 17 truck finishing in 18th. Simon the Cobra Sregis in the 020 finishing 19th. And rounding out your top 20, Kelly Keel in the 01 truck.
Yeah, 21st, 15 at Jeff Green, up 4 spots. Not a bad job. 22 was the 07 of Jack Dixon. 23, the number 19, Alex Forget Berube, the Quebec native. Kind of rough night there. Another rough night for 753 of Jeremiah Burke. We talked to him, 24th. And the 25th, America's driver, Albert Anderson. Not the way you wanted to finish the season, but hey, looking forward to next season. And another guy that's always kind of up in the top 10, the number 81 of Jonathan Osborne, had a rough night. But man, I can't wait to see that guy race next season. And man, that's a wrap for this one. What a season, boys.
That indeed, a wrap for the race, a wrap for the season. We thank you all for tuning in and watching week in, week out. Seriously, we appreciate it more than you guys can imagine. You are all the whole reason why that we do this, like, for reals, is we'd like to hang out and have fun, and to be able to share all this great race and action week in and week out with you all. Man, it is the reason why we do it. As always, we'd like to thank Mr. Ricky Wittenberg and his D&D Racing Graphics. Great painted truck. So if you're into the iRacing scene and want some great custom paints for that beautiful machine, go ahead and check him out, because he's got some super talent involved in that, as well as his other business, Keller Williams of Johnson City, Tennessee. He is a great realtor down there, and not only a great realtor for that Tennessee area, but if you're looking for a house anywhere in the country, feel free to give him a call, and he will do his research to get you the best realtor in the area that you're looking for. And man, buying and selling a house is something you do not want to do alone. Please give him a call at 423-444-0454 and give him some love, because every little bit that goes to him kind of comes back and trickles into the league and gives you that amazing product that you see. So Ricky, again, thank you for the financial support and being a proud sponsor of this Vigilante Racing League. But on that note, that concludes tonight's and this season's events for the Vigilante Racing League. We wish you all a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, and at least for the Vigilante guys, we'll see you in the new year. But hey, don't fret. Us here at M.TV and AAA Broadcasting, man, we're still going to be going strong through the holidays. So be sure to watch out and check for some announcements that go on out there. You can find us out there on the Facebook at M.TV, as well as the Midwest Days of Thunder on YouTube. You can definitely go join the party on that. For Alan English and Adam Turner, I'm Alan Brown. We are signing out.
Great season, boys. We gone.
See ya.